Why did I just want to lose myself?
Where do I begin? It's been a whirlwind of a 24 hours or so, starting from entry. We entered Depth 4, immediately lost Breach 4, got split up, got captured by the Alkha, reunited, started our chats with Arub, then there was a wormquake.
Do I get to explain what that is?
Oh, go ahead.
So, the frequent earthquakes we've been feeling since arriving are actually wormquakes. It turns out those little guys in the swamp get really, really big. Arub explained, with some more pictures, that those worms in the swamp are actually babies. They grow up and tunnel out of their home swamp and make new passageways throughout this depth. Some of them are so large, just by passing nearby, they can cause catastrophic damage.
Fortunately, the Alkha are quite experienced at dealing with this phenomena, and construct their huts out of the surprisingly tough worm hide, and the chimney shroom absorbs the worst of the quake from below.
Which our linguist is so thankful for.
This might be the worst depth for me yet, it's true. But I can almost forget we're buried underground in this village dome. This cave is enormous, and it's especially peaceful while we're sitting in Arub's house.
Arub has been the friendliest host, by the way. We've been able to communicate our needs clearly, and it was with the help of Arub and their warriors that we were able to rescue Breach 4.
The Alkha are so strong and quite gifted engineers. They're also skilled cultivators. They have shown us their methods for growing crops and shaping the chimney shroom to accommodate their village's growth.
There's a lot more vegetation down there than just the shrooms. The Alkha have a whole gardening system, using the chimney shroom cap as soil, and they keep it fertilized with the worm carcasses from their hunts. The Alkha are mostly hunters and farmers, but there's a third class that's something like a craft person. They take the worms from the hunters and the plants from the farmers to create the tools the village needs.
Alarmingly, all of the Alkha are trained in the art of war. Every hut has stacks of spears by the door, and there are drills at regular intervals in the village center. No one, be they farmer, hunter, or crafter, is exempt from these training drills. Even Arub takes part, despite his high station. We've not seen the threat for ourselves yet, but Arub has shown us some intriguing figures from their book. It's clear that the Alkha had good reason to be distrustful of our presence.
For that reason, it's my recommendation that Breacher Team Alpha remain in Depth 4 alone. We have established a good working relationship with the Alkha, and I don't want to give them any cause to be suspicious of our activities. Having a bunch of other Breachers show up would not be conducive for our successful diplomatic labors. We will continue to pick up supplies from Breach 4.
As the team's linguist, I concur. The Alkha are quite sophisticated, but there's no sense in making what may be perceived as a show of force. This report will be included in the latest supply drop with Breacher Team Upsilon, and we ask you to deliberate it carefully.
This is Team Lead Cassius, signing off.
Alpha's latest reports. Yes, quite brazen, as always. No, it's my understanding that the Alkha pose no threat to us. They will not go into Breach 4 for any reason. I understand. Very well. I will let Alpha know that, so long as the 5th breach is located, the Alkha will be left alone. For now. Beckett out.
Why am I being left out of these conversations? If Richardson has a plan, surely I should be included. I'm being cut out. My involvement is too little, too late. I need to step up. It's time to pay Mrs. Dawson a visit.
Like this?
Ma, zukam tabe una mazaya lam.
Now, you pick 3 and I pick 3. Latha?
Ma, Latha.
Hida Naya lava. This one is antimine?
Kaya.
Kaya. And this one, antimine?
Seek modal.
Seek modal. And of course, this one is Ivara.
Ma. Katra manilam. Ivara.
Katra manhalam. Ivara.
Zifei. Nayama.
Oh, Jurna. Tatahark.
Ma. Sandaj.
This is a game report from Silas Caldwell. Urub has started to teach me the Alkan language, and they have decided that part of my instruction is a board game that they play. I'm frankly terrible at it, and haven't won a single time, but to be fair, I barely understand the rules. Nevertheless, I'm finding the game fascinating in its cultural importance. Here's what I've learned so far. We play on a slab of chimney shroom wood. There's a little basin of glass beads at the bottom of a 9x9 grid of notches. You move these glass beads from the basin into the grid, with the goal of arriving at a single notch at the opposite end of the grid. Before the game starts, both players pick 3 tokens. These are carved figurines, which sit on the side of the grid. Which figurines you choose alter the way your beads can move or attack other beads. Thima.
Ma. Haida Darawak.
I was always the type to read the full instruction manual before playing. Sadly, I do not have that option here. My only resource is Urub, who smacks the board and moves my bead back if I move it wrong. Like this.
Kor. Kin lasud wakida tama.
And then Urub presumably explains the rule to me. In this case, I believe I can only move my beads one space up at a time. I haven't learned a new language in quite a while. But they always say immersion is the best teacher. And just between me and whoever listens to this, I could not be any happier. Potentially being the first human to learn the Alkan language while playing a board game and getting to pore over Urub's book.
Hana studia luria. WoodsKaila.
Looks like I just lost one of my beads. I wonder if I could convince everyone else that we don't really need to keep exploring. Like, what if Breach 5 is just long gone somewhere? Buried deep, deep in one of those wormquake chasms. Only this time, unlike Breach 4, never to be seen again. Wouldn't it be so pleasant if one of the great worms just ate it? And it's so far away and so out of reach that we might as well just sit here in Urub's house, playing this game, telling tales, reading stories.
Kula lamakun. San yidaj.
But my hopes for an idyllic life, much like my chances of winning this game, are lost. We have to eventually find Breach 5. And I don't want to consider what alternatives may have to be explored if we can't find it. I don't much care for the idea of covering miles and miles of worm tunnels. Dawalia Kita?
Gida mik antanze. Sanar.
All right. I got it on. I think. Do we have to do this?
Part of our work with the Alkha includes socializing and learning new skills. Don't be lazy, Jay.
No, I don't mean helping around the village. I mean recording everything.
Oh. Well, what we learn might be useful for our scientist team. So cry all you want, but we gotta do it.
It feels invasive.
You just don't want to look like a fool when Jabor tries to teach you something.
No. Okay, maybe.
I'm here.
I'm listening.
Yanus Base. Trucker Mebrolo Lawson. Casa de la Fille. Tequila. Bala.
All right, let's get to it. Now, this is a professional work environment. Please refrain from using strong language, Jeremiah. Need an old dog to teach you some new tricks?
You know, you were always one of the most evil drill instructors. I hated you back in Basic, too.
I take that as a compliment. Jabor gives me a run for my money, though.
Just what I needed. Now there's 2 grizzled vets on my ass all the time. I did it again! How the
That'll be easy. It's not as hard as your head. All right, enough ribbon. Genuine piece of advice. Why don't you try explaining what we're doing for the recorder? Might help you loosen up a bit. Take it from the top. Who's making you do this?
Trebor, they're the chief warrior hunter. They brought Silas, Lizzie, and myself from the worm swamps with their partner, Orig.
And what are you doing?
We're making worm plate armor. The worms have chitin plates on their backsides, which are pulled apart from the carcasses and brought here.
And how are we doing it?
Very poorly.
True, but we ain't gonna learn by whining about it. What's the trick?
I don't know. I keep snapping the plates.
I don't know the language, but Silas said Jabor keeps saying slower or gentler. If you tap the plates with the needle too hard, they'll split at the ends. You gotta aim close enough, the rings can reach from plate to plate, but far enough from the edge. You won't break it. And why do we not want to break it?
Because we're trying to make holes for metal rings. Once all the holes are made, we can form a whole suit out of the plates by linking the rings between plates. We're making worm plate ring mail armor.
And you're telling me that's not the coolest thing you've ever done? Bullshit.
Yeah, okay. Maybe a little bit.
Attaboy. Pick it up again and try it some more. You'll get the hang of it.
I think it's harder because these plates are smaller. Jabor has to whack the shit out of his plates.
I reckon it's because these suits will be for us. We can't wear full plates like Jabor and his hunters do. They weigh like 100 pounds if they're an ounce. Damn. These are gonna be nice once they're done. They're lightweight compared to wearing metal plates, and I reckon they'd stop a worm bite real easy.
What about a bullet?
That, I hope we never have to find out.
Okay then. What about a spear?
I'd be curious to know. I know there's Alkhan hunters, but it's my professional opinion that the Alkha go to war sometimes. With who or what, we don't know yet. But it sure as hell ain't some grubby little worms.
Yeah. Silas said there could be other tribes out there.
Joe.
We better quit jawing and pick up the pace. We're never gonna get the place done at this rate.
Does that mean I can put this away now?
I think you've explained enough. Might as well.
Finally.
This is a horticultural report for Yanus Base. Cassius and I are preparing some herbs and vegetables from the Alkhan gardens for a variety of uses around the village. Our Alkhan instructor today is named Zieg.
We're here to practice dark magic, Lizzie.
I hope not. I think this is just chemistry.
Look at these vials and pots and charts. This is clearly alchemy, Lizzie.
If you say so. I'd rather say we're practicing healing arts, if anything. Maybe purging some evil spirits.
Dakab Saladaka.
First, we take the seed pod and we put it in the stone bowl.
Hata.
Whoa. And then we just bash the shit out of it.
Willa Tanala.
My turn. Whew. Does that work?
Sandaj. Willa Tanala.
Okay, here goes. What do you think? Oh, I don't think I smashed it hard enough.
You gotta put your whole body into it. The Alkha are so much bigger than us. We have to go hard as a motherfucker on it.
One more time. I can do it.
Yeah, you can.
And take that and that and
Sandaj. Hida Baraj.
Holy shit. You pasted those seed pods. Good job.
Thanks. Just had to get into the right mindset.
Did you picture Vo and Beckett?
Oh, no, it was, someone else.
Nala Fide Kamda.
Do you smell that? That's not water they're adding.
It's bitter and kind of burns the nose. Must be an acid to extract something from the seed pods.
I think you're right. Look, it's already changing colors.
Dabahin. She. Katayar.
Here's a new jar. Oh, is that what it looks like after it sits for a while?
The seed pod paste has dissolved, and there's a thick, bright blue paste in the jar.
Kudhada Shaffer.
Oh my god.
We're painting! Ah! Azik gave us some parchment and a few more jars with different pigments. We're making art!
Looks like it. We've got the green and a blue, and what do you have over there?
I've got here, let's see. This one's a dark yellowish orange, somewhere between honey and butterscotch. This one's really dark. Is it black? No, it's red, dark red, like brick or burgundy. I need to do a little mixing for these. Do we have... Ooh, on the wall there. Azik, could I have that board, please?
Kaltalin.
Yes, perfect, thank you. Now we've got a palette, and by the stains, I think that's exactly what this board is used for.
What are you gonna draw?
I think Azik might like to see what Earth looks like. Maybe I'll try to paint a scene for my house. Rolling hills, green trees, blue skies.
I wonder if any of the Alkha even know what the sky looks like.
Good point. No one's mentioned surface access, have they?
Not yet. For all we know, life remains in the crust of this depth. Must be wild never seeing the sun.
Perhaps the sun is too close, or too far away. The surface of this world could be uninhabitable.
Or maybe no sun at all. What if this depth is like a rogue planet, spun out from its solar system and lost between the stars somewhere?
If that's true, and we ever did make it to the surface, just imagine what it would look like. A sky so dark, so deep, so starry.
If we ever get around to it.
What do you mean?
I mean, wait, hang on a second. There we go. I want to go see it. I want to find out what's out there, but look, I'm having a great time learning about the Alkha, but I have this sinking feeling any day now we're gonna find Breach 5, and then...
On to the new depth we go.
Exactly. Beckett's already sent taunting messages with every supply drop we get. Gotta get moving, Cassius. Gotta find that breach, Cassius. Ugh, usually I'm all about moving on to the next thing, but...
Not so much when someone else is telling you to do it.
Never. I wanted to try and learn as much as we can as we went along. But this endless drive to find new breaches, I hate it.
Why, though? I mean, I get that we don't trust upper management, but we're supposed to be the Pathfinders as Alpha Team.
Yeah, I know, but something something's wrong.
What do you mean?
This is gonna sound... I don't know how this is gonna sound to you. But something's wrong with this whole scenario. Like, okay, I know there's a lot of hokey stories about leaving things buried, but it feels like we're doing exactly that. We're prying into something that should have been left alone. I love getting to see things in nature, documenting it, studying it, but every new breach has felt like...
Like we're breaking in?
Yeah. Less like we're passively investigating and more like we're tearing something open, damaging it in a way that can't be fixed. I don't want any harm to come to the Alkha, or our team, but that sounds too optimistic to hope for.
I'm going to tell you what I've told you before.
What's that?
You've got to get away from the linguist for a while.
Too much doom and gloom.
He'd bring anybody down with all that nonsense. Always how it's going to end, how miserable he is, how awful it is to be exploring unknown worlds, yada yada.
I don't know. He seems pretty excited these days.
'Cause he's got a book? Big deal. Seriously. And you've got a good excuse, too. We're going to need to start exploring the vicinity looking for Breach 5. And I'm sure Silas wouldn't mind if he stayed here to study, keep learning the language. But you're the team leader. And you should do what you want to. And what you know is best. Go crawl in some tunnels, get lost, find your way again. Like you always do. You'd probably shake the sad feeling in no time.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I do need some time away.
And if you ever need or want any help, you know I'm more than willing. I hate to see you struggle, and I'm always ready to help in any way I can.
I appreciate that. Maybe soon, actually.
Hey, Jay. Jay,
Yeah? What's up?
you seen Alyx around?
Nah, I thought she was supposed to be a crag on route patrol.
Yeah, but that was hours ago. She should be back by now. Come on, we're gonna go look for her.
I mean, she should be fine. Crag's the biggest Alkin in the village.
She's still our teammate. We gotta keep an eye on everybody.
No offense, old man. But if something's too big for Crag to handle, what are we gonna do? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Incoming.
Anuha.
Thanks. Kasha Taha Moral Alkha.
Maral Alkha.
Crag is letting you ride him?
Yeah, getting around the route was taking forever, so Crag just lifted me up and we went on patrol.
Why'd it take you so long?
Well, long route today. And
It doesn't take 2 hours just to get around the base of the chimney shroom we're standing on, even if it is one big son of a bitch.
Alyx, did you go past the village dome?
yeah, but only 'cause Crag wanted to go.
You know the rules. No going into the tunnels on your own.
I know. We didn't go far. Crag just seemed really excited.
That's even more reason to tell him no. Who knows what could have happened to you? There's miles of tunnels, and who knows what's out there.
I'm sorry.
All right. Don't let it happen again, you hear? I'm not mad or nothing. We only have these rules here for your safety. I don't want you getting lost is all. We don't have a way to reliably communicate underground, so you gotta behave.
I will.
All right. Where are you off to now?
Dinner. I'm starving.
Mind if I join you?
Oh, not at all.
Here, unless you need it, give me the recorder, old man.
I gotta go grab a supply drop with Cass at Breach 4. You have her home by 10, young man.
You ain't her father.
He really does treat me like a daughter, doesn't he?
He treats us all like his children. It's annoying.
And endearing, sometimes. I don't blame him. I know he means well.
Yeah, I guess so.
You give him a hard time, but I know you must respect Greg a lot. He sure trusts you.
How you figure that?
He picked you out of all the other soldiers he knew, didn't he?
Nah, I was probably the only one not doing anything, that's all.
You're telling me he had a bunch of other people turn down a 6-figure salary from VonEdited?
Sure. Bad company and all. The benefits are awful. Not a great time. Unless you're an adrenaline junkie.
Uh-huh. Greg was in the army a long time, and he still went to you for this job. And I'm glad he did. You guys take really good care of us.
It's nothing. It's nothing, really. All in a day's work. Besides, I was kidding about the benefits. Hey, there's something I need to show you. Come here. Come on.
In one of the craft huts? What is... Oh. What are you up to?
Ta-da! See? It's finished.
Whoa! That's so cool!
My very own wormplate ring mail. Look, it fits perfectly. See? I'm ready for anything.
You look ridiculous.
What? You're telling me this doesn't give me knight in shining armor vibes?
I hate to tell you this, but that armor is anything but shiny.
Yeah. Cass said the green and brown colors for swamp camouflage. But I look like a giant egg that's gone bad. For a few months.
But does it work?
Hell yeah. Here, take this hammer. Hit me.
Hit you?
Give it all you got. I bet you hit like a girl.
Oh, you think so, huh?
Wait, don't two-hand it.
Ha! Hey, it works. No cracks at all. What about you, Jay? Probably didn't even feel it, huh?
No, I felt that one. I should just keep my comments to myself.
Good idea.
Sorry. Old habits die hard.
I'm sure you'll learn. One day.
Couple more smacks from you and Jabora, and I'm sure I will. How are your lessons going?
I've learned a lot. I've even managed to pick up some of the language on the side. Sai's been teaching me.
Yeah, I heard you talking to Crag a bit. How was the ride?
It was amazing. There's like a notch on their top sides. You can duck down behind their head plating, and you don't have any problems in the tunnels. And despite his size, Crag can go really fast. He was zooming.
That sounds awesome. Crag seems to have taken a liking to you. I can't seem to get Jabora to like me.
Somehow, I doubt that's true. I'm sure you can do it. I've seen you be friendly. Sometimes. When you put the attitude aside.
What attitude?
You're just lucky I know you don't really mean it. Most of the time. Where is Jabora, anyway? I haven't seen them around.
Out on patrol, I think. It's been a long one, no? A few days since I've seen either of them, but Jabora should be fine. The Alkha always go out in pairs.
Oh, yeah, the crash yacht. Silas was telling me that meant, like, hunting partners or a warrior team.
That's the one. What I've learned is every Alkin is trained to fight as a duo. One of their only weak spots is this joint where their armor plates come together in the back. If they fight back to back or against a wall, they're practically invincible. So they always use the buddy system when on the hunt or on a patrol.
Imagine running into a crash yacht in the tunnels. You couldn't get around them. And they've got a long reach with those spears, I'll bet.
That's the idea. Oh, hey Cass. You heading out?
Greg's meeting me at the lift for the breach supply drop. It's our turn this week.
Good luck.
Stay out of trouble.
Did Cass look worried to you?
Yeah, a little bit.
What do you think's wrong?
You know, the only time I've seen Cass afraid of anything was Beckett or VauxJoe. Since they're heading back to Reach 4 for our supply drop.
You think there may be bad news?
It's never anything but bad news from Yanus Base. And we've been down in Det Fort for almost a month now. They're probably getting impatient up there. Well, let's get something to eat and be ready to cheer Cass up when they get back. Sound like a plan?
Sounds good to me. Where should we eat this time?
I found the craziest view from the top of a hut on the shroom's edge. But it's not for the faint of heart.
Do I look scared to you? Let's go!
Okay. I'll take you there. Here. Let me leave the recorder here in the storage room.
Just another routine supply drop.
Yeah, if you say so.
You worried?
They've given me gentle reminders with each drop that we need to be focused on finding Breach 5.
Hell, they need to wise up. If we keep the Alkha friendly, we can have allies on our side when we look around for it. No sense in running off just yet. What's their damn hurry?
I wish I knew, Greg. I wish I knew.
Back on this hellhole. There's Upsilon. Oh, shit.
And they brought a friend.
Ah, there's Alpha Team now. Only slightly behind schedule. Cassius, Mr. Washburn.
Director Beckett, how are things?
Could be a lot better, to be perfectly frank with you. But I trust your diplomatic efforts are continuing apace.
Everything's going just fine.
We'll see about that. Mr. Washburn, I'll leave you with Upsilon to transfer the supplies. I need to speak with Cassius, in private.
You got this. I'm here if you need me.
By your silence, I assume Breach 5 remains undiscovered? Well, then next supply drop, you can expect some reinforcements.
What?
Breacher Team Gamma is on standby to join you, and...
That's a bad idea. The Alkha trust us, and we shouldn't...
The Alkha may trust you, Cassius, but I do not. All I see is that you've dragged your feet for weeks now with nothing to show for it. How do I know you're not stalling this entire operation?
I'm not!
Then prove it. Your next supply drop is in 2 weeks. Have good news for me then. Otherwise, I'm sending in other teams to assist you.
Don't.
I can and I will. Unless...
You'll get it. I'll figure something out.
Very good. How is our dear linguist getting along? I trust that he is performing adequately? Still digesting the language and the culture? As eloquent with your silence as ever, Cassius. I look forward to hearing your next report. Everything stowed away?
We're all set.
We're good.
Best of luck out there. We're counting on you.
What was that all about? You want to talk?
No. I know what has to be done.
What are you talking about? What the hell do you think? Hey, get...
What's going on? Quite a commotion today.
There's a warrior coming up the lift. I don't see Cass or Greg. Do you think something happened?
I hope not. Oh, here they come!
Kara huvad, kitata hapna, kitata.
What are they saying?
Oh no. Kidata. I think that means lost. Someone's lost.
Oh, no. Please don't tell me.
Stella. Ataka.
Cassius, Kidata Hafanak, Jiraya Fanak, Yakinu Tharala Yaha.
Zaire Zahaf. Krag. Kadawa. Thera Cassius. Dul Kal Crash Yard. March Hala. Mayadal.
You want me to come with you? Okay.
Wait, Alyx, it's not safe.
Mayatal, Silas.
What? Where are we? Whoa! Hey!
Wait! What about us?
We don't have much of a choice. Wait here. We'll be back.
Whoa.
Just hold on tight, Silas. Keep your head down in the tunnels. Watch their head.
Kafa.
Are we really about to go into the tunnels?
It's not so bad. Just keep your head down. They run really fast, but if you stay in the notch, you'll be fine.
I don't think I can.
Cassius is out there. We have to help. Just keep breathing, Si.
Okay. I can do this. Holy shit!
We're coming, Cassius.
Kida. Cassius Kidata. Ma. Greg Kalaf Dakadim. Amu.
Wait, what's happened to Greg? Why is he in the next cave? Crag, what's going on? Crag! Hamad Thud Yuna.
Cassius Kidata.
Yes, I understood that. Cassius is lost, but what does that mean? Ma, hemda eni hakta.
Kidata. Yabyalala Jida.
What's he saying?
He just keeps saying, lost. We have to find them.
Please be safe, Cassius.
Son of a bitch.
Greg, we're here.
Thank God. It's Cassius.
What's happened?
Beckett chewed him out. And when we got back here, they took off into the tunnels. I tried to run after them, but they lost me in the next swamp over. So I ran to get help, and
Which tunnel?
that one.
Crag, Hidada, Cassius.
Amu.
Be careful, you two. Find him.
We will.
We'll do our best.
Cassius Kortoka, Shigir Sarwa.
You're quite right about that.
I heard him say small.
Good catch. Crag's partner said, Cassius is no worm. The small one is quick. I think they mean tracking will be tough. How are we ever going to...
Wait, look there. Crag, Kata. It's a glow stick. Cassius must be leaving a breadcrumb trail.
Hidada, Crag! Thank goodness you're up there on Crag's back. There's no way Greg would have seen the glow through the swamp brush.
Hamada.
Raphael.
What is it?
Zaire Zahaf. Laduna.
Ka. Miruto. Daha.
Silas, what's...
He said Naphael. That's their word for others or enemies. The other creatures from Marub's book. The ones they're afraid of.
Daha.
We need to be quiet.
Okay.
Alyx. Wada.
Alyx, do you see a light?
I'm looking. There! A cave opposite from us.
Amu.
They're in trouble!
Athena! Athena!
Get away! Fuck, don't make me hurt you! Get back! Fuck. Get away! Get away! Get away!
Cassius!
We're here!
Namea! Aldra, nurse!
Ultra! Knocked out the Doom!
Nimatao!
Raha! Kadalba Tarakla!
Barsna Dukya! Arakanta Kim!
Cassius! Cassius, are you alright?
No!
Shadir! Cassius! Kanataya!
Amash! Silas!
Pass them up here. I'm ready.
Serene!
How are they?
Cassius, no.
Silas? Silas! Talk to me!
There's a few stab wounds. I need to try and bandage these. Please. Please, Cassius.
Take us home, Crag. Quick! Palata Fakat! Sareed!
How are they?
Well, I have no idea if anything like poison was involved, but Cass is stable. Holes are patched up, and there were quite a few.
How soon can we move Cassius back to Yanus?
Well...
What the hell is it now?
Cassius is lucid, and let me know, in no uncertain terms, what they think about being medevaced.
We can't just stay here. Like you said, what if there's poison or some kind of infection?
I know. I told Cass all those things, but no dice.
Surely we can call this a medical emergency or something?
Cass is still the team lead, and I have no reason to think they're not in sound mind.
Sound mind? Cassius ran off into the swamps, away from the village, and got ambushed by those things.
What were they?
They looked just like ants, only bigger. Like a little shorter than a human, and standing upright.
And armed with spears.
Yeah, I figured that part out. Those are some nasty stab wounds.
Surely that qualifies as taking a leave of their senses. I don't care if we call it a mutiny. We have to help them.
Why does Cassius not want to go back to Yanus in the first place?
Beckett must have said something. He met us at the supply drop, that rat bastard.
Oh, gods.
Jay, can I go talk to Cass?
I guess. Keep it short, okay? They're gonna need all the rest they can get.
You're not going to be able to change their mind. Mark my words.
I'm not worried about that right now. Cassius?
Silas.
How do you feel?
Like I've been stabbed a dozen times.
What a coincidence. I believe you've been stabbed a dozen times.
Cut the shit. Go on. Say it.
Say what?
That I'm an idiot? That I'm a dumbass for running off on my own? Get it over with so I could kick you out and move on with my life.
I had no intention of saying anything like that.
Then why are you here?
I wanted to see that you were all right, with my own eyes.
And? You satisfied with my condition, Doc?
I don't think you're all right.
No, I'm not. I'm very fucking not all right. Ugh. 2 things, Bookworm. I hate the idea of overwhelming the Alkhan with all of us. Alpha team, manageable. All of Yanus Base, very fucking bad idea. That's how we get accidents. Accidents I'm sure Beckett and his gang of thugs would love to see. I don't trust him. I did what I did to try and keep him at bay, And secondly, I can damn well do this on my own. I don't need...
No, you can't.
Yes. Yes, I can.
No, you cannot. None of us can. We're a team. We need each other.
I can do this. I don't need any help, least of all from you.
Well, you might be right about that. I am the least useful breacher, after all.
Sai, wait. I didn't mean...
Get some rest, Cassius. I'll still be here. I don't go running off on my own, unlike someone I know.
Well, how'd it go?
Hey, where are you going?
Away. I'm not leaving the village. I just need to think. I'm not right for this. I can't do this. I didn't know what else to say. What was I supposed to say? Surely there were better words in that moment, but I chose anger. I'm not right for this job. Why is it me? It should be anyone else. I just want to help, but they're so... Fuck. I left it. I have to delete this part.
Cassius, Dortag Rafta keep, Dortag Croshyad Alaf.
Cassius, you left on your own. You left your partner behind.
I know, it's not that big of a deal. Don't worry about me. I need to find another Raka. It's important.
Laklatak Yalaya. Seya ni Raka. Munhara.
Munhara. Halakada tan hamfadama kutu.
What's important is that you understand how bad this is.
I'm sorry. I was stupid. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to help you. I need to...
Sama! Hana hamfanagagaru. Humana. Kinapasya na lamata hada larada. Cassius. Raka anadaja yalak stada dulka.
I decree that you must hunt the worm.
Okay, I can do that.
Shakshi crash yad.
With your partner.
I don't have a partner.
Car crash yard.
Slamat. Silas can crash yad.
Did Urup just say you're my crashyad?
There must be some mistake. I can't hunt. How am I supposed to... Lastati Sayad. Car crashyad Cassius.
Lia fundalkata. Trabor waf muksia.
Urup, wait! This can't be.
You have to go hunting with me?
That's what Urup said. He said Drabor will teach us.
Fuck! This is awful.
This is a terrible idea.
I have to pull off this hunt so we can find the breach. You better not slow me down.
Oh, like I'd even be able to catch up with you running off?
It was one time. One time. Fuck off already. Urup, we can't do this. Come
Urup,
back.
Please, there must be something else we can do. Please!
You wanted to see me, Vo?
Ah, June. I'm glad you decided to come.
I did think it very odd for you to make a social call.
I am aware. I aim to change that. I am in need of friends, and so I think are you.
I'm not gonna turn my nose up at the opportunity, but why would we need friends?
Where do I even begin? I have a delicate situation developing. I'll come right out with it. I think I'm being shut out, June, and that could mean very bad news. For everyone, even Breacher Team Alpha.
Shut out? From Vincula?
From everything. Usually, it is my duty to remain in close contact with upper management at Vincula. But the success of Breacher Team Alpha has led to me being relegated to little more than a support position. Now, I want to find out what's going on. And I believe you'd want to help Breacher Team Alpha at any opportunity.
Yes, I would.
Then I think we can help each other.
2 questions. First of all, why should I trust you?
June, I think I made a very wrong impression on everyone previously.
You think?
That's the thing. I don't remember.
You don't remember? What in heaven's name do you mean?
I don't remember anything about you people. Not one of the Alpha members, not you, not anything. I've been briefed that I'm supposed to remember, but I don't. From my perspective, I only just met you, the first day I walked into Yanus Base. I'm sure of it.
What have they done to you?
I don't know. And I'd like to find out. You can trust that we both want to know what's happened to me. Was that your second question?
No, that was a freebie. What do you need from me? What does friendship with you look like?
I want you to tell me everything you remember about the first Vincula operation. And then I will keep tabs on Beckett for you to pass along to Breacher Team Alpha. I already have a few recordings made. They might prove useful.
I'll think about it.
You'll think about it?
Evelyn, this is a lot you're asking me to believe on short notice. And you're absolutely right that you made a bit of a nasty impression on myself and those I hold dear. Now, I'm not one to hold a grudge, but nor am I one to be taken in so easily. You give me some time to think on it, and I'll get back to you. Sound good?
I suppose.
Have a good evening.
Well, it was worth a try. How bad could I have been anyway?
Syntax is a podcast by Twin Strangers Productions and is licensed under an Attribution Share-alike 4.0 international license. Today's episode was directed and produced by Stella, Rowan, Odom, and written by Ty Vaughn. Silas Caldwell is played by Ty Vaughn. Cassius Thatcher is played by Beth Sage Phung. Elizabeth Bellinger is played by Morgie B. Alyx Yard is played by Jules Christine. June Dawson is played by Renee Helsel. Greg Washburn is played by Cody Burke. Jeremiah Woods is played by Elgin Smith. Miss Evelyn Vaux is played by Kyla Crockett. Steve Beckett is played by Joe Cliff Thompson. Additional voices provided by Saph the Something, Derek Valen, Gage Odom, Marvin Sohl, Tommy Warf, M. Mulder. Listen to other episodes, find our social media links, and make donations by visiting syntaxpodcast.com. Rate and follow us on your favorite listening platforms, tweet us at TwinStrangersP with your burning questions, and engage with fellow listeners on our subreddit, r/syntaxpod. Know the depths, wish for more. Special thanks to our crowdfunding campaign backers who supported us on this season: Derek Valen, Saph the Something, Michael Ireland, M. Mulder, Dallas Bird, Fox, Johann Kingsley, Rain Ward, Bluebell and Kai,